Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are at When We Were Young Festival 2022. Look who it is from Silverstein. It's Shane Told. How are you, man?
Fantastic, man. Good to see you again. I feel like I'm seeing you like quite a bit in this post-COVID world.
Oh, I feel like I've seen you quite a bit, but mainly through a Zoom screen. So this is very nice.
This
is good.
That's right.
Let's start with the obvious. So, it was a bit of a bumpy start to the weekend for everyone, as we well know.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you actually filled your time yesterday with the cancelled event quite well, right? What did you get up to?
Yeah, well, we were trying to work out a Silverstein, full band show. But man, it's tough to pull that off.
So tough,
and
of course.
Kudos
It's last
to
minute.
the bands that did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. That's so good for the fans. The best I could do was an acoustic show in my hotel room for about 50 people.
I love that so much.
So I'm lucky I had a decent sized suite, and I packed them in, and I got beers and White Claws for the gang, and we drank some beers and we sang, and Kevin from the band Guardrail, great Chicago pop punk band. He opened up for me, and it was great. It was
booking a support act
in
your hotel room
I
acoustic
booked
gig.
I paid him in beer. I hope that's okay.
Hey, that'll do. That'll do on a day like yesterday, man. That's so good, so exciting. But on a serious note as well now, it's so nice to actually be here, isn't it? Because you look at that lineup, I know there's it's like a Friends reunion in a lot of ways right here, isn't it? It's all those bands of that era together finally.
I know. I just got here.
Right.
So
okay.
I walked
literally fresh on it.
Oh man, parking and everything was a nightmare.
Of
So
course.
I just got here and I was walking in and was like, I'm never going to get depressed if I talk to everybody, because it was like, oh hey man, I haven't seen Steven from Amberlin. I'm like, I haven't seen this guy in years. It's just amazing to catch up with old friends, and I'm sure, once most of the bands have played and everyone's the anxiety's gone from that part of it. It's going to be a huge party tonight.
Oh God, yeah.
Old friends, and we're in Las Vegas, so come on.
I think we all need it.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good night. I wanted to ask you in general as well, because obviously you've been back out on tour for a minute now, which is really, really nice after everyone, paused understandably for a couple of years. How's that been, actually putting the live show back together again properly and actually finally being able to get out there and play stuff off the album as well finally? That's got to be real nice.
You know what, honestly, man, I think not to say we ever took playing shows for granted, because we didn't, but when that was just stripped away from us, literally overnight, when it came back, we were like, all right, maybe we'll work a little harder, or I don't know what it is, but I really think we've stepped up our game a little bit, whatever reason it is, or maybe just, but I mean, we're focusing way more on all the little details and just trying to put on a really good show for our fans.
Absolutely.
And do some fun things, like our wheel spinning thing that we did on the last tour, to pick songs using a wheel, and just every little fine-tooth, everything with a fine-tooth comb, and it's been really great, man. It's just to have shows back, everyone's excited, we're excited, and I mean, it does seem now like we're back, baby.
We're
officially.
back, baby, properly. No, it's really, really nice. And also, like I say, finally being able to get to play some songs off the album. I wanted to mention that really as a kind of reflection point in a way. It's been a little minute now since it's been out there. You've seen the fan reactions, all that kind of stuff. How are you reflecting now as you maybe look forward to what's next? What were the learning points on this record in particular that's kind of pushing you on?
Well, I think the last record, again, being away from each other, when we got back in the studio, we had these really, really dark songs that we wrote in some of the worst times of our lives, but being together was so uplifting.
Yeah.
So we were the happiest we've ever been, writing the saddest, recording the saddest songs we've ever written.
So mad, isn't it?
But one thing that we did that was, I thought, really cool at the last record was we really didn't worry about the fucking rule book. We didn't worry about, the old punk rock, you can't put keyboards here, or you can't use drum programming. We were if it works for the song, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just, does it sound cool? Is it does it help us progress with what we want to do? But why are we not doing it?
Yeah, that's the questions to ask.
No one else cares. Why do we care?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that was really, when we figured that out, that really opened up the record to so much different sonic, can I say inspiration, I guess, for ourselves to be like, holy shit, this is our band? Holy shit, this is so cool. And I think we're really excited to write some more music, again, with each other, and be able to expand on that. And not to say we're going to change our sound or anything, but just, it was like before we were painting in black and white, and now it's oh shit, red? Okay.
That's such a lovely, lovely way of wording it. I
You know,
exactly
I'm
what
not
you
saying
mean,
we're using
man.
all the colors,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
a lot more.
We'll
a
start
lot more.
with red, and then
Yeah,
we'll move on
right.
from there. I think that's a good
Right.
place to start. Like I mentioned, so many friends kicking around today. Another friend of yours that you teamed up with recently, obviously on that Anti-Flag track, which is a nice little collaboration there. Tell me a little bit about getting to work with those guys and hopping on there.
Absolute honor.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Privilege, pleasure, whatever word. I mean, I've been watching those guys play, since I was in high school.
Wow, yeah.
And they're not even really, like, I think number 2's only a year older than me. So they were like in high school practically when they started.
So wild to
But
think,
if you told me, 16-year-old me going to Anti-Flag shows that I was going to be on one of their records, it's like, I mean, like, come on. So the fact that they asked me is really, really special, and they've just been such good friends over the years, and they're just the realest, kindest, gentlest, sweetest people, and such a good band.
Man,
so
it's so nice.
It's just the dream collab for me to be able to jump on their record.
It's so nice when those things
And the
work
way it
out like
happened was pretty funny too. We were in Europe, and I saw Chris number 2 at a festival, and he's like, "Yeah, so you down to like sing on this song?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." Like, when I get home, I'll hit up my producer. And we're like, "Yeah, like we need it like next week." And I'm like, "Oh man, I mean, I don't know." So I actually recorded on a show day.
Oh wow!
In the afternoon.
Good for you. Wow.
Of course, they know a guy in Linz, Austria,
brilliant.
that has
Yeah,
a
yeah,
studio.
yeah.
Of course, they know a guy.
Yeah.
And so I went in there with him. We banged it out. It was a lot of fun and just chaotic as always,
That's so awesome though to see that. So awesome. I'll leave you with this, man. I'm going to be asking absolutely everybody this question today. Like I say, keep saying massive stacked lineup today, loads of friends of yours. Who's the dream collab on that lineup for you? Is there any artist on there that you kind of always wanted to work with or think would work really well for Silverstein?
I mean, besides My Chemical Romance, we'll get that out of the way.
I mean, sure.
There's the obvious one.
choice. We'll go with that.
Probably the band I'm most excited to see play is Armor for Sleep. I love that band. They were one of our earliest, best friends. And I think Ben is just an incredible songwriter, lyricist. So I'd love to write a song with Ben sometime.
Man, really, really excited to see. That would be a lovely one to see. Absolutely. Very,
Can't wait
very
to see them.
sensible pairing. It's going to be good. Have a great day, man, and we'll catch up with you again soon,
Cheers.
I'm sure. Cheers. Always a pleasure, man. All right, Shane,
Thanks, man.
everybody.